Okay. Um, the onset of Alzheimer's is unknown, and there's no cure. There are treatments that can slow down the process. Basically, it's a disease that affects the brain. It starts by slowing your thinking and your speaking. Um, it affects your memories where you can't remember simple things. You have confusion, trouble reasoning, perception. You can have loss of orientation and forget simple tasks. If you can imagine how nerve-wracking it would be to feel like anything you had to do, you had those gloves on. You could hear just this noise going in your head all the time and nothing made sense. And you just couldn't see and everything was going on around you and you had to function like that every day of your life. It's not hard to understand why people that suffer from Alzheimer's or dementia have such a hard time because they can't turn it off. We can take these off, they can't do it. It primarily affects those over the age of 70 and 50% of Americans over the age of 85. Less than 5% of people between 40 and 50 will develop Alzheimer's that early. If they do, which is called early onset, it's because they have a genetic mutation that was passed down. There are studies, not very many, that they've done that say women who take estrogen are susceptible. Again, there's not too many of those, so that's not proven. Some other things that can contribute are high blood pressure, heart attack, or diabetes. Those are some of the warning signs to look for. There's 3 basic stages. There's the early stage or the mild stage. You might not, some of the symptoms are not knowing the correct word for something, forgetting what you just read, losing things or misplacing things. And some of those happen to all of us every day. So they're very mild symptoms that you may not even notice in a person. The middle stage or the moderate stage is the longest stage and can last for years. Some of the effects of that or the characteristics are people acting out of character. They might be angered easily, frustrated. They might refuse to do things, simple things like eating or taking a bath. Basically, as the progression goes, the cells in your brain continually get damaged. So it affects your emotions, your thoughts. It's hard to express how you're feeling. You can even forget your address. You might forget the high school you graduated from or what day of the week it is. The final stage is severe or the late stage. And one of the greatest things is you just can't respond to your environment. You can't carry on a conversation. You'll need constant care. You're more susceptible to infections, physical disabilities, including swallowing, sitting, standing. As friends, family, caregivers, there are things that we can do to help to give somebody the best quality of life for as long as they can, which I think we all want to do. If somebody was a mechanic, maybe give them some tools to tinker with. If they were a gardener, let them work out in the yard. Just different things that they've always enjoyed. You have to focus though on the simple tasks, and you want to focus on the enjoyment of the activity, not the achievement, because it's not about what they accomplish, it's about them just being involved. You want to make sure that they feel like they're a valued part of the household, that they matter. Consistency and repetition are important, especially because of the memory loss. So you want to make sure that like the routine is the same because it's comforting to them. They understand that they can do it. It's hard, I think, as friends or family to watch. I can't imagine actually having to do that, but it's hard for family to actually have to watch that and not understand and not know how to help. But those are some simple things that can make it a little bit easier. Again, there's really no cure at this point. Hopefully someday there will be. I guess one of the things that we can learn from this is a little bit more empathy. When we see people as they get older, maybe they're acting erratic or they're confused or lost, instead of thinking, oh gosh, is this person on drugs? Like, what's going on? They may be suffering from Alzheimer's or dementia. And just as much as we're confused, I can't imagine living that life every day. Today we kind of use these as an example to show you what it felt like. And we can sit here and imagine this this is my grandfather's reality.